Hello everyone, my name is Lorthorn and welcome to this mod showcase for Clay Soldiers Minecraft 1.12.2 Java Edition. Forge, of course, and well, all of you probably remember who've been doing mods for a while what Clay Soldiers is. But those of you who don't know, Clay Soldiers is a mod that lets you make tiny wee clay soldiers that can be put into the world, and they will fight with other clay soldiers that don't share their appearance. This mod is a lot more complex than I remember it being, however it is very much fun and very cool. So let's get into this showcase and to start off what starts you out for yourself. And that is of course getting the book for it, the Clay Lexicon. A lot of mods start with a book, and well, a book, some soul sand, and a block of clay will all go together to make the Clay Lexicon. And this book actually holds all the information for the readers out there on the mod, so you can go through it and read it all. But for you video watchers, stick around because we're about to continue on with that. So to make yourself a clay soldier, what you're going to do is you're going to take some soul sand and some clay. Put this clay on top of the soul sand and you'll get the clay soldiers. The clay soldiers then can be taken and changed color by simply adding dye to them in the crafting table. You can dye up to 8 clay soldiers at a time, and they can be dyed basically any color. There's a lot of options to dye them from. Whole lot of different colored soldiers here. Already dyed soldiers can be re-dyed to be different colors, so if you don't like the red, you can change them to blue by using lapis lazuli. And if you want to go back to the base gray clay soldier for whatever reason, you can apply a water bucket and wash them off with the water in the crafting table, and you'll go back to normal gray. Now, final little crafting thing for us is you can take shears, and if you put them into your crafting inventory, it'll create 2 shear blades. Now, why would you ever want to create these? Well, clay soldiers can be armed with weapons, so if we give this gray guy the option to pick up the shear blade, he'll now have a shank. So even though he's a little hurt, he deals more damage, so he might be able to take down his blue opponent here, who's completely full. Oh, nope. And now his blue opponent has taken that, but the red 2 against the one guy with the blade, well, who knows who will win here. It's an exciting battle. Blade Man will deal slightly more damage, but he's against 2 opponents. They're fighting fiercely. They're knocking him back a lot. He's not getting in as many hits, but his hits definitely hurt more. He's going for it. It's very much a blow by blow, and oh, numbers appear to beat superior weaponry. Yes, you can equip the clay soldiers with various different items. Whole lots of items actually. These walls here are the things you can equip to them. And well, a little things about the clay soldiers is when you put them down, they're put down completely in their stack. And you can pick up clay soldiers simply by punching them, and they instantly go up, as clay soldiers have absolutely no health compared to you, and you can kind of obliterate them with your fist. Now, the clay soldiers have various different weapons to draw from. They've got the shear blade, the bone club, the stick, blaze rod, arrow, and glistening melon. Each one of these does its own little thing for each clay soldier that has them equipped, and it tells you about them underneath the documentary on upgrades, main hand upgrades. The arrow being an effective spear, the blaze rod being a flaming sword, the club of a bone being a club, the shear is a, well, shear. Also, the shear can be dual wielded, and the stick is a stick. Each one has their own little practical uses. Oh yes, and the glistening melon makes it so that they can heal each other, I believe. So each one of these things has its own different benefits for the clay soldiers, and some work better than others in the fights. If we equipped these 2 guys here with a blade for one of them and a stick for the other, they'll be raring to go in combat. And then if we equipped these 2 guys with a bone and a blaze rod, well, we'll see who comes out on top. The mighty battle that will pursue. They charge out against each other, and the flame damage is definitely going to be continually effective. However, its charges are limited, as all weapon items have their durabilities. And it looks like the blue boys will win that, absolutely. Now, if we give the red boys, though, a second chance and we drop for them a glistening melon and the arrow, that might change things up a little bit. Let's see how they do with that. Their opponents are also already injured and slightly distracted, and wow. One of them immediately goes down to his foes, and the other one also immediately goes down. Very anticlimactic. Let's try that Royal Rumble again, this time with them kitted out properly. Alright lads, have at each other. Full arm charge. However, our melon boy seems to be a little distracted, not involved in the fight. A little bit of a pacifist, a little bit of a ninny, not actually using that for combat, and he goes down. Glycine melon are known for their healing properties. Use certain potions. Carrying one of these will heal those allies who are hurt, but won't attack anything in the meantime. So you can see Glycine melon makes them kind of worthless. Well, there's more than just main hand upgrades for our little friends, for as I said, you can have the sheer blades in the offhand. And so you can have a bunch of dual-wielding wackadoodles out there if you want to have those fighting. But if we're going to give those guys dual-wielding, well, there's a whole bunch of other things, such as bowls, which act as shields, and gravel acts as projectile ammunition. And so for our blue lad, we give our bone wielder a handful of gravel to throw at his enemies, and we give our fire rod wielder a shield, and that will definitely change up the battlefield. Shield allowing them to block, and the gravel being a ranged weapon, he can keep at a distance and keep throwing. He goes down immediately though to the shears, he must be hurt already. And while our fire friend definitely dealt the fire damage, he goes down pretty quickly too. They already took damage, so they weren't so well off. Other items involved though in the offhand consist of such things as the emerald, which is a projectile that shoots out lightning, the fire charge, which is a projectile that shoots out fire, and the nether quartz, which makes the soldiers send out shockwaves into the battlefield. And of course, who can forget snowballs, offhand upgrade of a projectile weapon. Giving the reds a friend of reinforcement, and setting him up with his own little shockwave producer. We'll give the blues a good run for their own money, with snowballs, fire charges, and emeralds, and we'll see how they handle that. Of course, it's not fair if they don't have proper weaponry as well when fighting, as everyone's both hands are fully equipped. So we'll throw a bundle of sticks in the mix just to give them a little extra bit of help. Have them all armed. Now their allies though are a little bit damaged, so the red boys are going to get an extra bit of backup, and it appears someone's gotten too close. So we're going to give the red boys nether quartz an option to heal. Okay, well he'll take both. Right, and they just have a melee combatant, and we'll open the gates and let them fight. Immediately going in there, lightning being thrown, snowballs landing, flame projectiles going on. Looks like the snowballs aren't applying that much effect. Blue is outnumbered, but they might have superior weaponry. Those lightning bolts dealing damage, trying to kite it out. There. Oh, he's throwing his little projectiles. He's out. Shockwaves going down. Two of the blue boys down. All three blue boys are down, and the red win handily. Now, besides the projectile upgrades, there is even more. There are core upgrades, which soldiers can get, which applies to their core body, making them stronger than a base clay soldier. There is cactus, netherract, brick, iron, and string. The brick makes the soldiers heavier, so heavy in fact that they can't move around while carrying one. The cactus will make the soldier wet with its water, thus becoming less susceptible to fire-based attacks and have less burn time, so they have a chance to extinguish themselves. Iron reinforces the soldier's core. Iron ingots will not only vastly increase the knockback resistance, but also increase the knockback they deal. Nether bricks acts like Thor enchantment, but instead it deals fire damage. And string wrapped around the soldier prevents it from being damaged by explosions, but this will disintegrate the string in the process, except when being hit by a firework rocket explosion, which will make the string stay intact. So all these core upgrades are a little bit random and weird, but each serves its own purpose. So giving our lads the options here of a little bit of core upgrades to themselves. You saw that the one got fatter, and this one's wrapped in strings, or has it hidden inside them, and one of them's fire resistance, not exactly certain which one it is. I think that one there. And then we can give these boys, because they outnumbered, a brick. So he has brick boots on. He's going to sleep with the fishes. We make this boy a little bit fiery. Can't really see the change on him. But then if we let them out and fight, brick shoes can't move. So while he can fight, he's not going anywhere. Maybe it's a good enchantment if you want to be ranged. Oh, Clay Boy went down. Our knockback resistant giant's definitely taking some damage. And, ooh, they went down and their enemies have stolen their upgrades, making themselves stronger for it. Blue boys aren't doing so well against their opponents. But wait, there's more! Because there are the Minsk upgrades. And, good god, there are a lot of miscellaneous upgrades. So many in fact, that's a little much to go through them all. However, I will endeavor to go through them quickly, although I may not showcase everyone. Blaze Power causes a soldier to be a force when reckoned with, turning their target into a brick doll, which instantly ups their power. The brown mushroom can be used as food, which heals the soldier. Buttons act as brass knuckles for the soldiers, making them punch harder. Stone knuckles are better than wooden knuckles. The clay ball on the soldier lets them do necromancy, raising fallen teammates or fallen enemies. Concrete powder can be used as dye for capes. If the soldier has an emerald, the lightning effect is also colorized, but it does not do anything else besides that, and they must have a cape in the first place. Diamonds is the super upgrade, which makes super soldiers out of the clay soldiers. The only upgrade more powerful than a diamond is a diamond block. Diamond block, super powerful diamond. Egg yolk on the soldiers makes them invisible, acting like a cloak of invisibility. When combined with the sheer blade, they deal crit damage, acting like assassins. The feather gives the soldier a parachute to fall from, so in case he's going to die from falling, best give him a feather. The firework launches him in the air when he's in trouble and explodes, killing him unless there's string attached. The firework star is similar to gunpowder, but not as dangerous. Soldiers will combust with sparks from the explosion, but won't devastate the land. Food sources of different kinds are given to the soldiers and allows them to eat. The gas tier is similar to revive for clay soldiers, but only if they've been burnt to death and turned into bricks. Glass turns into goggles for the soldiers, allowing them to see further and also see enemies covered in yolk. Glowstone is material that makes soldiers glow in the dark. TM. Nothing else really, just makes them glow. Gold nuggets give the soldier a crown, making other soldiers follow him as he's the king. Gunpowder makes the soldier explode on death. Heads and skulls are aesthetic helmets for your soldiers to wear. Lily pads are known for their buoyancy, and soldiers can fold them into pants to wear, not only allowing them to swim but also breathe underwater. Magma cream can be carried by soldiers as a trap for their enemies. When an enemy kills a soldier with a melee attack, this will attach to the killer, and after a period of time it explodes, killing them unless they are equipped with string upgrade, and damages everyone else around them. Paper soldiers let soldiers wear capes. It looks cool. A book provides soldiers infinite material for their capes. Prismarine crystals make the soldiers sparkle. Rabbit's foot makes soldiers jump higher. Rabbit hide is worn as a leather outfit for the soldier, but slightly weaker than normal leather hide. Leather can be worn by the soldiers as armor. Red mushrooms allow them to coat their weapons, becoming poisonous for enemies for 5 seconds. Slime balls can be used on enemies' viscous stickiness, affecting them cannot move around while they are stickified. Also works with throwable weapons. A block provides infinite material for soldiers to act with. Sugar provides the soldiers with a strength boost, but does not work when on mounts. Does not allow them to be used with the diamond-based upgrades. And finally, the wheat seed. Find yourself using Ender Pearl upgrade, you can give the soldiers a wheat seed to prevent them from being reincarnated as zombies. Okay, now there's something about mounts in that whole list of upgrades, and yes, there are mounts which can be made over here. So you can get a horse made with dirt and soulstone, a whole bunch of different kinds of horses actually. This is the dirt horse. There is the winged horse, the dirt Pegasus, which is just a feather added to a horse. There is turtles, which is stone added to the cobblestone. There is rabbits. Different colors of wool will make different colors of rabbits. And there are the geckos. Geckos are made with oak and soul stand. Each has their own properties and bonuses to them as the mounts. Also, sometimes soldiers generate as little player models. So the dirt horse can be ridden. The flying horse can be flown on. The turtle's super tanky but slow. The rabbit's really bouncy. And the gecko can climb walls. And you see the gecko's already over the wall and he's fighting, but he's going to die from that. Foolish man should have waited for me to get the rest of the upgrades. If we get the parachute, firework, armor, skull, and golden hat, as well as some diamond blocks, we'll get a bunch of different upgrades for our little fellows. Oh, look, there's a super king there. Might as well give them also all strings so they don't die from explosions. And I think they are ready to go. Of course, they need some weapons for this Royal Rumble. So we'll give them a bunch of arrows to play with and a bunch of shields. But wait, what if I can make their shields better than the shields they have? Well, you can do that with the upgrades. Yes, not only are there Minsk pliers, that you can do, but there's also enchantments to upgrades if you will. You can apply coal to the blaze rod, gold to the nugget, a flint to the stick. You can apply iron block to the iron bull. You can apply prismarine to the shear. You can apply sugarcane to the emerald, and you can apply wool to the cloth. So we throw an iron block into here, and that will upgrade all their shields. And then if we throw this gold bar in here, that will upgrade the king, so that he's even more king. Got his feather on his head. And if we give these adorable little guys some further upgrades, so let's see. A blaze rod with some flame to you. Flame. And blaze rod. And he has the upgraded blaze rod. One of these guys has an upgraded sword with those prismarine shards. I believe it upgrades anyone encounters it. Here, you there. Boot boy, there we go. He's upgraded that. Now none of them is armed with a stick, so we can't give them a pointy stick. But I think they're all pretty kitted out and ready to rumble royally. We'll just give Red a few reinforcements here of spear and flint boys, so they'll pick those up and upgrade all their spears with some flint. And then I think Red is right and ready to rumble. I think that Blue is ready to rumble. Ooh, one of them could apply some wool to the outside of their clay armor. There you go, now it's purple edged. Very nice. And now let the battle commence. In full-blown combat shall be met against each other. Some are holding back, ready to heal, while the blue is outnumbered, immensely powerful. Firework came out of danger, dropping up in the air. Look at those riders, those horsemen are just destroying their enemies. Blue is completely annihilating the enemy here. Well, besides, well, there's Healy Boy down, and all the upgrades have been stolen. And Blue stands in the arena vastly superior. So, we'll arm 12 red clay soldiers, will full complement of spears, flint at the end. Here's one of them got onto one of the rabbits. That wasn't meant to happen. You guys are kind of breaking the arena. Well, we'll give them a moment. We'll give the lot of them food. Damn it! Stop fighting each other with the rabbit! Give the lot of them food, and the lot of them fireworks. Rabbit's slippery. It's going to keep dying and switching back and forth, isn't it? Did you get the bricks on his feet? Why did you take the bricks on your feet upgrade? Ah, whatever. Let them fight! Oh, look at those fireworks go off. I believe that our diamond friend here is going to be very strong. Even though they're quite outnumbered. Seems to be a little stuck in the corner. He's doing well for himself though. He's holding on. He's tight to the fight. Oh yes, look at him go. All burning and fighting and gallivanting about. Now you might think, boy, this is getting messy, and indeed is. And there's an item you can create to clean up the mess. With clay, redstone, a clay block, and a stick, you can make the Clay Creature Disruptor. And one simple press of the button, and bam, all clay soldiers cease movement and have been killed. And well, there's one more bit to this mod in the book, which is the behavioral upgrades. I don't care for those as much, but we'll go over them just mentally. So for minutes by hour, makes the clay soldiers become neutral and not attack unless they are attacked. So you can sort of set up little guards along your walls with them. The Nether Wart allows the clay soldiers so that they start seeing their teammates as enemies, thus prompting them to attack. Rotten Fletch is a stash of rotten flesh dilute as soldiers sense they'll start attacking anything hostile nearby. If infected with Ender Pearl, even friendly mobs nearby. Sponge is they blend amongst each other, no one's a team, so yeah, they'll attack anyone. And the Wheat has interesting effect of making them super pacifists, so they won't attack anyone. Makes them boring. And now, 16 clay soldiers upon 16 mounts. 16 sticks sharpened with flint. Suits of fine leather armor for all to wear. And one crown for the king. The leader of they will follow into battle. These fine knights versus unruly horde of bone-wielding maniacs. Led by their own fearless king. Well, not on foot. They have a fierce battle spirit and many weapons to hand. They also came to battle with lunch ready. And among the horde are a few necromancers sprinkled in. Let the battle begin! Fierce warriors go down, but even with the mighty blows, they seem to be able to revive themselves, getting up again, and they slowly begin to overwhelm me. The reinforcements pouring in as their AI was too stupid to keep on coming past the wall. They fight fiercely, battling each other. Food is eaten. It appears that bringing the lunch was a mistake, as the Red Knights are picking up and eating it for themselves. A mighty battle, the remaining Bone Warrior goes down. But at what cost? We can conclude that 2 Red soldiers died in the exchange. Vastly superior weaponry and technology, even though significantly outnumbered. But what if ravaging hordes from both sides wielding stones to throw at them come? What then for our brave knights upon their steeds, damaged and overwhelmed while eating their food? The ranged weaponry of their opponents seems to overwhelm them, and they have trouble directing their attacks to any specific one blue opponent. The mounts are stolen, crowns are taken, spears are shivered as the enemy falls. And now the blues have a new king, with only 2 of their kins fallen, and vastly huge numbers arising. Yeah, you guys. We're in the arenas, so clear you out. What now for the Red Kingdom? Well, it appears that the range attacks can get through our little bars, and it's not so good for them. Yeah, they're getting overwhelmed here. Well, it appears that the blues will just shred them, although they do run out of ammo eventually. And then God steps in and goes, alright everyone, stop. One combo I wish to try as a blue soldier. With the diamond block, so in full regalia. With a feather, handful string, firework. Give him a shield, give him a spear. Why not? We'll make him special. We'll make him a force to be reckoned with. And now, his opponents, hordes of reds with sticks, I guess. As he goes about, he uses the feather as a little parachute. Kind of glides about battle, dealing his damage. Eventually, he's doing a good job. Bully for him. Right, well then we're going to have to send assassins after him. Alright. Very well. There we go. He fireworked up. And he parachuted down, and he didn't take damage from the explosion. That's all I wanted. Okay, well, I'll let the assassins continue with that, as you would. Well, that is the Clay Soldiers mod. I hope you enjoyed this showcase. I think it's a really cool mod, and oh, I loved this mod when I was younger, playing with my brother and having Clay Soldiers fight. It's really fun. It's not anything to it. Like, sure, you can have them fight mobs and stuff, but that kind of detracts from it, unless, like, the mob's a giant enemy in the arenas or castles. I think it really benefits from just seeing which side wins in the fight and having your arenas and mix and matching cool combos and having a fun time and playing with your friends, preparing armies, maybe assign points values to all the things, who knows. Anyways, all this here before you will be available, or you can download this mod, which is the most up-to-date version, but you don't have to do that, as you can download the pack I used here along with the map, this little zone here, for your liking to fight in the arena. The coordinates of this location are posted here on the screen, so you can get that now. And with that, thank you very much for watching this modded Minecraft showcase of one of my favorite mods of all time, Clay Soldiers. I just adore the mod. And, well, if you have any suggestions of little mods you want me to cover, or bigger mods, always take them into consideration and might do something about them. Who knows? Till next time, goodbye.